Welcome to Biggest Geekus. We're your hosts. I am Joe.
I'm Randy.
This is episode 121 of our show, and the date is Tuesday, January 10th, 2023. Uh-oh.
That's all right.
Hold on. There we go.
Come on. What you doing, dude?
Well, I had a window open with our stream preview thing that was up for everybody to see, and I left it there. So when we started, I don't know if you guys could hear it, but there was a bit of two people talking that sounded kind of like me.
Yeah, there's I got another screen with Windows with YouTube up so I can comment, and it's not even started yet. It says live in 7 minutes. That's weird.
Well, I think we're in maybe some sort of weird time loop.
I just broke free of the time loop. Welcome, everybody. Hey, phone guy. Reactionary Principle Gaming with Mr. Max Boivin. That is a new YouTube channel. Want to shout out our boy there.
I mean, when we put him up here, we're going to just have to say Mr. Max Boivin. We're not going to be able to say this really big thing.
RPG.
We'll say it once.
RPG. Reactionary Principle Gaming.
Oh, there. RPG. RPG.
Max, we need to have his French Canadian booty on our show now. Need to get him up on this. That'll be cool. But look at everybody in the house. We got some great folks. Phone guys here. Green Apple, what's up, man? The Fat Gamer, thanks for joining us, dude. I've got to get on your channel. Legion of Myth been promoting that. L. Martinson. Gosh. Who else we got? All kinds of folks. All the good people.
All kinds of folks.
Look at them. Sweet. Yeah. Looks
well,
I did, Darth. He said refresh. I got it taken care of. Thank you, sir. Yeah. I got a comment on Critical Role. They're chatting that up too. I have an idea on that. Yeah, we're going to. That was not the original plan for tonight, folks, but a lot of people had different plans. So we're going to hit this hard, I'm sure.
Plans change.
I don't know, El. He could bench press. He probably could bench press Joe. I believe he could. Maybe me too. I'm right at 3 bills, so
he could try.
He probably could. Could you do that, RPG, Mr. Max? Could you bench me at 301? So, yeah.
Well, Legion. He became that. He probably always was, but nobody knew until he put up his YouTube channel.
Right on.
We revealed that he is the French Thor.
Right on, brother. And he said he could bench me, and I believe him. So that's cool.
Well, cool, I will not cause a situation where you might want to bench press me. How about that?
Yeah, we're going to be nice to him. Now, we knew it already. He talked about being a weightlifter guy before. So, yeah, we knew he was.
I forgot.
We probably thought he was jacked.
He did not talk about how he is some long lost Thor relative, though.
He's blessed by the gods. Very cool. All right.
Well, we're going to be talking about the OGL a bit and dungeons and all kinds of other stuff. So stay tuned. But first, we didn't get to talk about this beforehand, Randy, because I was running late. But the folks over at Nerd Cognito and I are going to, and us and the big geek stuff, we're going to cross pollinate. So I asked him, what would we need to do to sponsor? Because he does sponsors on his show. We don't. And I don't know that many of the folks in our neck of the woods that do, but he does. And I was like, well, how much is it? And it's not very much.
Max Barniger is one of his sponsors, I think. I could be wrong.
Well, he had a special program called Blue Check Heroes or something like that for Twitter, the new Twitter Blue Check thing. And right. So that is a gross L. So he's going to do ads for us, and we're going to shout him out here. He might send us a copy or a suggested thing for us to say or whatever. But we're going to do a freebie tonight and just say, hey, you guys, if you're not already listening to Nerd Cognito, go to run as fast as you can to your podcatcher of choice and search for Nerd Cognito and follow that. Follow them, give them a listen. They're our kind of people. His partner over there, there's David. So Ryan David.
Ryan David is the host, and then his partner is he's a good cat too. I can't think of his name. Bert. Ryan. Yeah.
Bert and Ryan. Bert is more middle of the road. Ryan is firmly in our neck of the woods as far as temperament.
Yeah.
He's probably a little, I would say, a little south of Max over at Legion of Myth at times. So, but anyway.
Look what else said. He said, BG gets tips, don't it? And he said, what do you think I meant, you pervs?
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Come on. L's clean. He's clean as a driven snow.
We haven't gotten any tips in a long time.
I got a tip the other day. Said, don't take any wooden nickels. And I said, good advice. Good advice.
So technically speaking, I guess we did.
Yeah, we did.
So yes, go find Nerd Cognito in your podcast or your podcatchers. They don't do YouTube or any other video. It's all audio.
Yeah, they're good. I really enjoy them. Oh, side note. Looks like Mr. Max Boivin also has another channel where he just talks about lifting. I like that. I need some kind of instruction because I'm like kind of a crap lifter. I just lift as hard as I can. I am improving.
You put your arms on the bar.
Yeah.
Push up.
I mean, right. I don't have any lifting technique, but I mean, look at these guns though. It's kind of unreal how powerful I am.
Totally unreal.
Yeah. I was up at 6 o'clock the other morning, Monday morning, lifting weights. So, Errant Dragon's in. I think we got a full house now. I think they're looking for us to.
Yeah, we're almost at 20 in under 8 minutes. That's really good.
Yeah.
Usually it takes a little bit more time. TSM training with Mr. Max Boivin.
Joe loves it. I'm writing it down.
All right. So I guess what we are going to do is look at the outline, print a copy of it, and then burn it because we're not really following it, I suppose.
Not even remotely.
So, like I said, we're going to talk about the OGL nonsense. We're going to talk about what we like. If we get to it, we're going to talk about what we like about dungeons, use slide rules, and our Dungeon 23 progress so far.
Which, L, by the way, this is the 10th of January, and guess who has 10 dungeon rooms done? We do. You're welcome. Labeled appropriately 0 through 9, thanks to Mr. Harden. Well done, sir.
Well, one of them is an entrance. What am I supposed to do?
Mathematically correct. Start at 0.
All right. So I suppose we should jump into the OGL shenanigans. So OGL, the first inclination, or the first inklings we got of an issue with the OGL, it was like, oh, we're going to have a new OGL and it's going to be a little bit more restrictive. And then how long was it after that? A few days, a week?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There was the second kind of drop or whatever you want to call it, where they said, 1.0, we're going to replace that with 1.1, and then we're going to screw everybody over. Now, there's a lot of people talking about it.
Yep.
And some people still maintain that the first OGL, because it says the word irrevocable in it, that means it
says in perpetuity. It doesn't say irrevocable, does it? In perpetuity?
Well, in any event, whichever word they use,
in
my opinion, it's just words on paper.
Well, the truth of the matter is, and I said this before a couple weeks ago, if you recall, WOTC has the clout to just do it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I think that's what they're saying, because I mean, 10 Car's been on top of this week, and I have inundated myself the last few days. But what I thought, it's not that I thought this was coming. Kill Raven saying it wasn't hard to see this coming after the heavily under monetized. True, but
Once that came through.
I think I said that I thought they don't care. They got the money. Nobody can stop them. They can do whatever they want. And money talks in the courts and BS walks.
So, yeah, L is saying perpetual, not irrevocable. So perpetual doesn't necessarily mean that it goes on forever no matter what. As long as WOTC wants to keep it in force, it's perpetual. It's like I was telling my wife, it's like a marriage. Your vow to each other is till death do you part, unless you're one of these modern folks who doesn't do that anymore. You just make whatever stupid vows you want to make that you can get out of. But the traditional vow is till death do you part. But that doesn't work out very often. A lot of the times,
well,
people get a divorce. So till death do you part is just words for a lot of people.
Todd Dircher's right. I just looked it up. Perpetual means no end date. But it does say in perpetuity, which is just a slight rephrasing of that. But here's the deal. They're hanging their hat. Right. Kill Raven's got it. Dude, we are in sync here. They're hanging their hat on the authorized language in the old OGL. Authorized. They're saying we're not authorizing. Let me read his whole statement. They hang their hat on the authorized language in the old OGL, plus money talks, and they just need a sympathetic judge. Hell, they just need somebody who's going to fight them. I've heard folks talk about Paizo and others, but dude, Paizo doesn't have that kind of money. Are you kidding me? They're not the same.
Especially not now. Maybe they used to, but not now.
They used to be something then, but they're not. I mean, not that.
Wizards doesn't have that money. Hasbro has that money.
Yeah. Right.
Wizards pays all of their sensitivity consultants and all that money. So I don't think they have.
To be fair, Hasbro has made WOTC one of their three big pillars a few years back. So WOTC is making some bank. I mean, they really pulled them in.
I don't know if you've listened to.
Here you go. Oh, that's a good question. We'll talk about that. Randy, Amazon Vox Machina versus Hasbro OGL 1.1, which has deeper pockets? Yeah, but I don't think Amazon's going to bat for Critical Role, dude. I don't believe it.
Well, why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't Amazon? Vox might make them decent money in ads.
Malachi says Alexander Macris. That's right. I read that too, buddy. I told you I was deep in this crap. Says it
$4
would
million.
$4 million to fight the OGL.
Yeah. Amazon can sneeze and $4 million would disappear from their books and no one would notice.
That's WOTC's take last year, Patrick Demo, 1.4 billion. And they just had a big flop in Rings of Power. So
okay, is that what they cleared?
I don't know.
Or is that revenue or is that net? Because if that's net, that's great. But if that's revenue, they've got all kinds of overhead.
950 million in tabletop gaming alone. And Vox Machina made more than Rings of Power. Not sure. I'm sure they haven't really. They've not told any truth about Rings of Power, but you're probably right. I got a feeling Vegas made more money than Rings of Power.
Yeah, the thing is, that last year was I still consider, and the bubble might be gone, but the pandemic bubble, where the pandemic drove everybody into their homes, they did more gaming, bought more gaming stuff, is over. So it'll be interesting seeing next year, especially considering what's going on now.
Right.
It'll be interesting seeing what the revenue is next year at this time. Oh, hey, yes, we didn't say anything. Welcome DVR Army.
Yeah.
We had a phone guy on here a little earlier, and
DJ
I believe
Craze, welcome.
I wouldn't be surprised if this is one of those guys too, but I don't know for sure. Multi-gamer, but DJ Craze, welcome. Thank you for dropping in.
Yep.
So the last couple of years, revenue for them you have to just like almost every industry, you have to take in consideration the pandemic and everything that's happened the last few years, and not it's a moment in time economically. It should probably be an exception, not it should. It would be nice to see a graph for the previous like 3-4 years.
Yeah.
These last couple of years, and then once we're a couple of years down the road, see the graph of that whole span of time, and see if there's because you can plot it out.
Sure.
If the numbers are good,
right,
and show if it's an anomaly.
Well, the sad thing about stats is you can plot it out even if the numbers are bad, and you can show stuff. But I mean, in a lot of business, what I'm saying by that is, Joe, businesses often just give you what they want you to hear.
Right. But what I'm saying is, if the numbers they're reporting now are honest numbers, then if we get honest numbers for their revenue over time, you can, if the numbers are right, or you send somebody in there and find their right numbers one way or the other, you would be able to detect an anomaly.
Yeah. Killraven says, I don't think they referring to Vox Machina use any D&D IP in the animation. They changed the names they needed to change. Martinson confirmed that was true. Malachi says all Amazon may have to do is drop fair use in court and WOTC's. Look, I think WOTC could be beat on this. I think they could be beat, but I don't think
especially for us on YouTube and stuff like Vox Machina.
Yeah.
We fall under fair use. We can say D&D during our podcast innumerable amount of times, as long as we're not using it and claiming that we are that company. Hey, Bruce.
Notice.
Thanks for dropping by.
At Biggest Geekus and at Randy Nichols. He pointed me out specifically because I am Bruce's favorite. So there you go.
Sure. He's just probably giving you the pat on the head, so you don't.
I am little Randy. Good comments, and we're going to get a boatload tonight. Even if WOTC pushes forward with this, the overwhelming bad will, this is it, Errant Dragon. And PR disaster that this is fast becoming has already caused a near industry-wide abandonment of them. Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. Here's the thing. I don't think WOTC cares. I think, because haven't we always said, I mean, there's been a moment where it wasn't the case. I've heard it straight from designers' mouth during the heyday of 3rd edition. There's WOTC, there's D&D, and everybody else's money combined doesn't touch theirs.
Right.
950 mil, I don't think all the gamers in the world made that kind of money.
And if they are saying they are under monetized, it's quite possible that the numbers you guys just gave us, they may not be right. They may be padded somehow, because that's a lot of money. And I don't know what they've done in previous years. So,
right. I don't know, man. I got to start. I think this is going to be this is interesting. So Killraven says something. I just hope we don't end up with a bunch of the significant third-party folks making competing rule sets. That will thin the money out for everybody. But I kind
Grim is making a Creative Commons rule set.
Andrew McCrease at Axe Adventure Conquer King, he's doing one. Troll Lords, I think, is doing one. They're all making their own kind of thing. Heard today, Savage Worlds, I got an email. Savage Worlds is doing the Savage Universe. Not that they're really part of this OGL business, but
yeah, they don't even use the OGL as far as I know.
But they want people to know we love you. Come make stuff for our game.
Right.
Cobalt Press. Yeah.
Cobalt Press is doing something too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. There's all kinds of that going around, but I know people don't want the market fractured. They don't want the hobby fractured, but it already is. You know, people like Savage Worlds, people like Pathfinder, people like Palladium, and all of these different games. It's already like that. So what may happen is a subset of our hobby enthusiasts, game makers, will probably all glom onto a rule set. because Grim is making one. I know the Basic Expert over on Drive Through RPG and Big Geek Emporium. He's thinking about doing that himself. And I was on. Well, I wasn't on. I just listened in to. What's it called? The Dutch Oven YouTube channel with that Dutch guy. Can't remember his name at the moment. Scrying Dutchman. And they were talking about it, and it just seems like people are going to either wait for someone to make a system for them to use, or they're going to make their own. I think that there's going to be probably more people wait.
Yeah.
Than make their own.
Here's the thing.
They'll make Victor Gorchev. Thank you.
What did Victor do?
Victor Gorchev is the Scrying Dutchman. He's stopped in here a few times.
Yeah, there's a couple of folks like I don't know if I'm gonna. There's I'm starring a whole bunch of these. Are you seeing them, Joe? How I'm starring them? Can you tell?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me try to hit this because these are so good. You guys are just nailing it. I knew you guys would make the podcast on your own. Cobalt Press is already making their own system now. Yeah, of course they are because they're not stupid. I'm more inclined. I can't buy all those things, but I'm inclined for them to do whoever wants to do their own thing, do their own thing.
Yeah.
Darth Theix says the big problem I have with the old, and this does bug the shit out of me, is that WOTC, the big problem he has is that WOTC can make you stop selling your product, turn around, sell your product without having to pay royalties. Right. So they could literally, I could produce with the new OGL, come up with a really cool idea, a few hundred people like it, or if I'm really crazy, I go gangbusters, several thousand like it. Then they could just turn it off, say no, Randy, and then turn around and steal it. They could just straight up steal it.
Right. So that's why a lot of people are dropping the OGL out of their products right now and retooling them. I know there's one fella on the Big Geek Emporium. He just completely made his neutral, setting agnostic or rules agnostic, all of that. So there'll be people doing that too, making system agnostic things.
It was yesterday, the day, but it was actually the day after it was announced. I think Chris Sims at Mad Crab Games, myself, David Gile, and Patty's Parlor are all doing a little something for Mad Scribe Games 1. He sent it out on Patreon that he wants non-specific setting
system agnostic.
System agnostic. Thank you. I'm bumming over my words. System agnostic stuff only, because he's just not going to deal with it. And I don't blame him, man. Screw that. Gosh, my natural reaction, Joe, when this really hit home this week, I think it was when Tinkar maybe did his, maybe a little before. I keep saying it all over Facebook with our friends, screw WOTC, and I really mean it. I mean, I've not been supporting them for a while, but I'm ready to just turn the spigot completely off. Like Elle said earlier, I have no interest now in watching Honor Amongst Thieves. I don't want to do anything that can even remotely support them. I will eventually play D&D again, the stuff that I have, but I think I'm done with that for a while. I got to take a break from D&D. I'll play Dungeons and Delvers. That's the D&D I'll do. Troll Lord Games, which, by the way, I have a sweet package coming in a couple of days. I bought a big bundle. The day after we talked about it, I just dropped about 200 bones. So I'm excited. But I'll play other stuff. I'm not playing any D&D. Not first edition, not second, not third, not fourth, none of it. I'm out for a while. Yeah.
Yes, Bruce says, Randy, I don't
count on it.
Am I chopped liver or something? Tune in Thursday for Table Breakers versus 1.1.
What do I have to tell you? How do I have to do this?
I guess I am.
Bruce, I'm his favorite. God, Bruce. Just tell him, Bruce. Dang, I'm getting tired of this guy. Let's see here. Bruce also says, watching can be plenty beaten by fair use. Can be. The industry was built on the TSR label. It flourished on WOTCs, and for 20 years it became public. Okay, it can. Who's taking it to court? That's the question I have. You saw, I think, was it whoever posted Malachi, and who was the guy? Macris, who is a lawyer. The guy that does acts is a lawyer by trade. He says it's going to take $4 million to make it happen.
Yeah. So there's a couple of ways that can be handled. One, someone can do it pro bono. There are people who will defend the little guy against the big guy pro bono. That happens. The other thing is if we can get together and have a common fund. They did that for video gamers, I believe, back in the day. I was mentioned on another show. We can support people who are going to take the fight to them.
Well, out of order here, but Legion's got it, dude. I say whatever. Forbidden Lands has everything you need. Right on, bro. Play it. I don't care. Just don't play D&D. I want to get to the comment. Todd Searcher's got one on Critical Role I want to get to, but there's so many good ones here. Errant Dragon, he says Savage Worlds is tied to it because of Savage Pathfinder. Yes, indirectly, but they don't need Savage Pathfinder. That's the difference. They have plenty of, they were selling well without Savage Pathfinder. This is an interesting comment by Patrick Demo. It's also possible that coming from Microsoft to Hasbro, the president is used to bigger numbers.
Sure. That's possible.
Folks said that early on when Hasbro bought D&D, and it took so long for it to come to fruition. I think the pandemic and their 5e success, for lack of a better term, has gone to their head. I think they just believe they can do no wrong. And folks, I'm telling you, there's going to be a gaggle of people just follow along to one D&D. What you messing with, Joe? What you got there? I saw you grab something. What was that?
Yeah, my wife is handing me something.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought something fell on your head or something. Okay. But
we got some bids going on, some figures on a local thing here, one bid. Cool. And they all just got outbidded. They outbidded us more than I'm willing to pay.
Yeah.
So
this is interesting. Mr. Boivan, one of the new ventures into gaming, YouTubery. The problem, regardless of what the laws say, this will have to be proven in court of law, and nobody wants to. Who wants to engage? I'm telling you, that's significant. That's significant.
Nobody, unless they can get somebody to do it for them pro bono. That's about it.
I tell you what, boy, that's a shame.
Yes, Patrick. Is that you that outbidded us on those? If it is, then
are you doing that?
It's called no. There's one bid.
Yeah.
And they had some neat looking figures. I was like, oh, I'll try to bid for these, and got outbid. No biggie. It's no big deal. Oh, hey, there he is.
Hey, the man, the myth, the legend.
Ryan David. Even and Jens probably can't stay for long, but wanted to pop in and say
that's all right. People are on welcome, and people are just blasting with great comments. Ryan, hang around if you can. We've already pimped out your show, Nerd Cognito. We love you guys. Kill Raven. This is interesting. They need something. I don't know about this. They need something to appeal to the 5e crowd and Pathfinder 3. I think Pathfinder 3.0 has to be made. I would do it. The OSR stuff already exists so that the base is covered. It sounds like a lot of the OSR folks are getting nervous, though.
It's not like if they screw us over, we'll say, well, I guess since I can't make my own thing, I'll buy D&D stuff, even though they screwed me over. That's not going to happen.
I'm not buying D&D. And here's the deal, folks. If WOTC comes out and says, April Fool's a few months early, we're not doing it as harsh as that. We heard you. I don't care what they heard from us.
Yes.
They were serious.
I'm with you.
They were dead serious. This leak was not an accident. I don't care. And I respect Tinkar, but I think they let it come out. I think that's a common practice to see what would happen. And
what do you mean? What do you mean respect Tinkar? What did he say?
Well, Tinkar had he's got a dude on the inside, he claims, that helped him get that copy of the 1.1 OGR. Yeah, right on, Bruce. Write your own damn game. Right on, brother. Right behind you. But it's just, God, forget it. I don't care. It's over. I will never buy a WOTC product again. Never.
If it turns out, okay, so what hasn't happened is neither WOTC nor Hasbro has come out and denied that any of this is real. Right? So they haven't said, oh, no, don't pay attention to that. That's not true. But they could even pull out, what is it, Netflix or one of these other companies where some document or something came out on some future plan that everybody's like, really? That's what you're going to do? That's awful. And then they said, no, that was a mistake. That wasn't supposed to be released.
Yeah.
So that wasn't supposed to see the light of day.
Whatever. Mr. Boisvan has another comment. I wonder if someone will have the balls to do the 5e equivalent of Pathfinder. I don't think so, dude. I think that'd take a lot of that'd take a bold move. Maybe they will. Patrick made a comment. He told me this today. He said, "Help Cobalt fans crash their website." I'm gonna bring this up, guys. So let's say this stuff happens, right? Let's say our people rise up. Cobalt Press brings something. Pathfinder brings a 3.0, and are we going to just jump in there and support that? Because let's not forget, some of these people, the enemy of our enemy is still our enemy. I mean, they
Sure.
Even with this, I'm not willing to send money to Paizo. I'm not.
No.
They have too much. But if they made something that wasn't stupid, I'd be interested.
The thing is, maybe this will get people to stop being silly about that. Because honestly, if people hadn't, by the way, Cobalt Press site is up. If they didn't keep nagging us about that crap, the lefty crap, then they wouldn't have heard from us.
Yeah.
But they kept on. I think we even tolerated the whole orcs are black people thing for a while before really just saying, okay, I'm done with you guys.
Well, because it was on the outskirts. They were fringe.
Yeah.
Aaron Dragon, here's something. This would be good to watch. I'm writing this down. Joe loves when I say that. Roll for Combat is going to have Ryan Dancy tomorrow on its stream.
Ryan Dancy's already said they can't do it, but I mean, he's just one dude.
And you know what? He created the original OGL, and I respect that, but I don't know.
If he was the one over there, then, or someone of his caliber of person, where, hey, we have this thing, we're not going to go against it. That's honor. They don't have that.
Mm-hmm. They don't.
And to also be fair, Hasbro bought them after the OGL, correct? Was it after?
I want to say yes. The question then is, yeah.
So that could be the other thing. This could all be directives from Hasbro. And Hasbro said, well, you did this before we were involved. We don't care. No? So they did it after Hasbro bought them?
Hasbro acquired D&D. Oh, D&D Beyond. When did Hasbro acquire?
Okay, so I'm wrong.
What?
Don't listen to me. I don't know the
order of those. WOTC first, right?
So yeah, Elle's just correcting me on my
timeline.
So don't trust me on that crap.
Okay, so they were acquired by them. This is a good thing, a good thought exercise, and people can comment. Mr. Ballin says, who are the 5 biggest TTRPG companies outside of WOTC?
Well, Paizo is one of them.
Paizo is one of them. Is Savage Worlds that big? I'm not sure they are.
It's probably a toss-up between all the rest of them after Paizo.
Palladium used to be solid number 3. I've heard that multiple times.
What's that? Palladium used to be. But I don't think so now.
Oh, that's the one. L says DM Dave Facebook has the suit against WOTC over OGL. DM Dave is a guy who creates like a demon adventures for 5e, and I'm not a patron of his, but I do get his free ones because they're free stuff, right? But I think for sure, I'm for sure hoping he's successful. Oh, Bruce, don't backpedal. He says, the biggest geek is, I'm not calling you chop liver. I just addressed Randy because he acts like he's been waiting 21 days for tonight. Dude, I have been, chomping at the bit, I'll be honest with you.
It's a joke. Did you notice that I put chopped liver up for my name, Randy?
No, I didn't. Well, he's right. I'm chopping bits. I'm not even...
I've been waiting for you to react to it, and of course, it has to be pointed out to you.
What's it, Captain Obvious? That's me.
Yeah, I don't know even about Chaosium, Legion.
Yeah,
I don't know Paizo for sure, but I could be wrong about that because they've kind of fallen down the ranks a bit because of their poor reception for 2E.
Who's that?
World of Darkness. Okay, so we should expand our thoughts beyond fantasy, probably.
Mm-hmm.
So World of Darkness is probably that's Catalyst you're saying, or is that two different things? Because I don't know who does World of
Catalyst
Darkness.
used to make Shadowrun. Catalyst makes. Do they still make Shadowrun?
I thought they meant. Don't they do Call of Cthulhu right now, or is that Chaosium? That might be Chaosium.
Well, makes a good point. Call of Cthulhu is the largest selling game in Asia, at least Japan. Bolster, and that's confirmed by Killraven. I believe that's true.
Oh, if that's the case, then worldwide, Chaosium might be the leader.
Munchkin is an RPG now, but I don't know if that's a reason to think. I guess technically.
It is?
Here's the date. September 9th, 1999, according to Wikipedia, is when Hasbro purchased WOTC, and WOTC made 3rd edition in 2000. So, yeah. Well, yeah. Is not that big. That's my Pinnacle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
They make 7 Worlds. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not that big.
I tell you something who's big, and gosh,
Ryan David is saying Free League is up there because they have a lot of licensed stuff.
They're the hot tamale right now.
I guess that's probably a good point there. I wasn't even thinking about them. They've licensed so many things from they've got to be pulling in good dough
for sure.
That's not cheap.
I hope he's still around. Todd Zurcher. Mofidius, yeah. Todd Zurcher said, if I were to hazard a prediction, whatever Matt Mercer hitches those wagon to will gain the most from a 5E WOTC Exodus. That comment, I wanted to talk about that. Martinson sent me a video that I had kind of watched, had seen it posted. I hadn't watched it. Critical Role, while not my cup of tea, they're pretty big in the field now, and they have a couple of D&D books. Here's what I believe. First of all, I don't believe Critical Role is going to leave D&D. I believe Mercer and Company will get a sweet behind-the-scenes deal, and they'll stay. Yeah, I don't agree, Malachi. I mean, you may know better than me. He says, I think Matt Mercer will hitch up his own game, Modern with Magic. Maybe. He may be that bold. He's got the pull to do it. I mean, if he would listen to me, I would say yeah. Dig this. Bruce says the OGL was released with the Player's Handbook in '99. The Monster Manual and DMG were not released until 2000. Yep. Okay. There you go. So maybe the OGL was out there just before they were bought. I don't know. Yeah. Lord Mateus says, where do I know that? Where do I know you from, Lord Mateus? VentureCon? Is that you, Lord Mateus? I think that's one of my boys from VentureCon. Exactly. Mercer and CR are going to follow the money. And I think that money will be from Hasbro's pockets.
Yeah, why won't he follow the money?
Yeah.
He has everything to lose by not following the money. I mean, I really don't know what other stuff. I mean, he does voice for video games. There's a really recent controversial one where he is apparently doing unless did they stop production of that video game? What's the old Baldur's Gate?
Yeah.
Right. So Matt Mercer is signed on to do the one Paladin with the little chipmunk dude.
Yeah. No, you mean the Ranger.
Was he a Ranger?
Minsk and Boo?
Minsk. Yeah, so he's doing Minsk instead of the original voice actor. And that's caused a bit of consternation. if Ryan David is here, he mentioned it on his show. But Minsk, yes. So he does voice acting. I don't know how much his revenue with the whole Vox Machina thing compares to his other stuff. I mean, once I know they made a big truckload of money, that one announcement last year or the year before, for Critical Role. But once you divide it up amongst the whole production crew and all that, it didn't really amount to a whole lot. Yeah. Not for folks, not for performers like that. So I just wonder. We say he's going to follow the money, but is that where he gets the majority of his revenue from?
And some of the guys who know this better than me, because I'm not a Critical Role dude, starting with L said a while back at whatever 8-10. Mercer wants to get away from D&D. He said so before season 3.
There was some yammering a while back that they were going to make their own system.
Yeah, and you know what? He's got the chops. He's done it. He's done stuff. So I say do it. And Errant Dragon makes a good point. You know what? Whether I believe it or not, anyone who signs up for 1.1 may catch a little flack. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people not. And you know, here's the deal. I'm not upset at WOTC if they wanted to pull back on their IP. I get that. You can do that. It's their baby. But it's just the way that they're doing it and the fact that they're screwing everybody else. And they're literally lying. I mean, I don't care what I'm a math guy. I like logic. I like getting people caught up in if they confuse with their words. But the truth is, they're just they're playing word games, hiring lawyers, a lot of BS, and they're just trying to screw a bunch of people, make every dime they can. Screw WOTC, dude.
So Mr. Max Wavan says it's even worse for a big company like Critical Role, which make a lot of money, but with a lot of overhead, because the clause considers only gross revenue, not net profit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So gross is bad for them. Because it's 25, isn't it 25%? I kept hearing that number floating around. 25% is really bad.
Yeah. There's nothing. And like, I had a friend on Facebook tried to say that, it's only affecting these big people at 750K. Well, someone on screen just said, WOTC claimed there were 20 people like that. It's interesting. Martinson says, Randy, earlier he made a comment. Wrong one.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Probably just more like just moving so fast. You guys you're on fire, and I knew you would be. He said earlier, Critical Role is currently killing off all the D&D gods in their game. It will be telling that might be significant. I caught that in that little bit of the video. That's a little bit more significant. And that 25% off the top is brutal, says Bob. Several of the others.
Because sometimes once you consider overhead, you may not make 25% of the original amount. Yeah. Because there's taxes and paying all your staff, and Critical Role has a lot of overhead.
But take somebody like David Gow. I don't know how much work it's gonna. They're talking about David's, his Dungeon and Delvers is OGL, right? Currently, and so that's what pisses me off. People like him are going to get completely jacked. Now he could go back and retool it. He's good enough. He can probably do it. But I just find that's the part. It's just poop on the little guy. We're making the cash. And I know it's capitalism, whatever, do what you want to do, but that doesn't mean I got to support you.
Right. Well, this is a good point. It's only the amount over 750,000 if you make that much. So that might not be as bad.
Okay. Fair enough. And, David Gall, as Bruce said, and someone else too, I think I missed the first one. He has a nice die pool version, which is not OGL. Now, this is what's interesting. Now, here's where I don't know. I don't understand all this detail. So video games, Randy says, L says, Randy, video games and board games are also affected. Remember, OGL should have only been for printed books claims 1.1. Okay. And what about the whole, I know there's been a talk of the Knights of the Old Republic, but I don't think Disney cares about that right now.
Right.
Oh, look at Ryan Davids. Imagine posting a loss and then owing them money on royalties. I mean, Kickstarter, sometimes you can underestimate that. Take it easy, Shadow, son. We're glad you stayed for a while. He's boogieing, I think, to his game. So get to it. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, weird guy. I think you were the one that said it earlier. He has two versions. We all know the D20 and the dice pool. Thanks though for bringing that up. Yeah, I just don't want to
that
see.
oddball site. Did you catch that part?
What's that?
Did you catch that last part of his comment?
Oh no! What is it? I'm
It
sorry.
says
Go ahead.
it's only available on this oddball site called Big Geek Emporium.
I'm secretly hoping we benefit from this, Joe. People should come to us.
I'm not going to make that a secret. I hope we benefit from it. I mean, we need the Emporium needed some kind of thing. This is definitely a thing, and there has been some increased activity on the site. I think there's like 3 or 4 new vendors, so go check it out.
Didn't you get his stuff put up?
Yes, and there's another. I gotta get this other fellow keeps sending me a thing for his chalk game character sheet.
Oh,
instead of making well, he didn't make a vendor thing. He just sent me the file. So, yeah.
Since we're on BGE for a second, Bruce has a question for you. He says, "Did you get a letter off to Columbia Games?"
No, was I supposed to?
I think you're supposed to.
I don't remember that. Who's Columbia Games? I don't know who that is. What do they do?
Yeah, I'm not sure we know that. Oh, L says OGGM is removing everything from BGE on Friday. Oh, because his is all OGL? Yeah.
Well, I think what he ended up he's making it all who's it? System agnostic. So he may not end up doing that.
Yes, Patrick. I hope it does too. I think it's going to. It's got people in a tizzy. He says, I hope this whole thing revitalized competition in the industry. Hell, my time might be now. Yeah, I haven't put stats to my adventure yet, but I've got a lot of stuff done. I got creature names that I don't think WOTC can at all do anything with. And so I'm probably going to make my own. I may make my own stats up. Just make it up, even for a sort of game. Because I don't think WOTC can. They can't claim that if I use armor class, hit points, and saving throws, can they?
Well, they can claim whatever they want.
Right.
It would end up being if they decided to take you to court, it would end up a judge to decide if you even went to court.
Gotcha. So basically, what I want to do is pull up. What was that company years ago? The one that did Lich Lords, Mayfair Games, hit kill HTKs.
Right. So there's ways to do it. And there was the topic that I suggested to you, where what we do is we take chunks of the old rules and we retool them live right before your eyes.
Oh, dude, look at this. Lord Mateus has got some info. Macris of Axe fame is doing something with Axe. Yeah, he's doing a second version.
He's doing number 2.
Gonerman's reforming Basic Fantasy. Dang. The Wretched Verse will be revamping its game, as will Basic Expert.
Yeah, so, yep. Yeah. Yep. And, Weird Guy says Kevin Sembita needs to make Palladium books have an open license. They are not doing that.
They will not. They've already said that. And you know what? That's fine. I don't need the game to be open. I just need WOTC and companies not to lie to me. That's what I need. Don't be a stinking liar. Don't screw people.
Palladium's books are still at a very reasonable price. I think they have some of the best prices in the industry. Hey, T-shirted. He says, at Biggest Geekest, greetings, gentlemen. I just got done talking about OSR games you may be in danger of losing and really need before they are gone.
I'll have to listen to that too. I thought I'd done a lot of research. I got a lot more to do. It's just coming out left and right.
Well, it's probably those guys that got a fire sale going on in various places.
Yeah. I'm planning on, look, we're playing Palladium. We're into Rifts right now. That's what I'm doing. Next up will be it's going to be Castles and Crusades or Dungeons and Delvers. Whatever Guile does, I'll support it. I just find, I don't know. I'm done. I have no interest in playing D&D games anymore. Something else.
And the other thing we're likely going to do is if we talk about anything in that IP, it's going to be old stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna
it'll be old stuff. Yeah.
If I'm thinking we just focus on other folks, because why give Wizards of the Coast free press?
He said this. I heard you. Low fantasy game. I actually have a PDF of that. I hate to tell you, I don't think Joe would be down with that T-shirt. He doesn't like low power stuff.
I like high fantasy.
Yeah,
I like my power fantasies.
he
Leave me
does.
alone.
Yeah, he likes to be a pimp daddy of all pimp daddies when it comes to his Wizards, dominating all life. Yeah.
Is that low fantasy? Don't they have they have a free? Is there a PDF free? Is that one of those? No, that's basic.
It was at one time. No, low fantasy. I feel like I got low fantasy gaming. Maybe a quick start is what I got. It looks decent. It's got a little 3.0 kind of vibe to it, but simplified. So
hello, Cal.
Yeah. Cal. He said, "Hey, Al, maybe." I don't know. You say hello, all? I can't tell. So anyway, did you see Professor Dungeon Master's video?
I did.
Dude, that guy, I loved it. I loved what he said. In fact, I subscribed again just because I'm like, you know what? Good on him. Oh, here it is. Biggest Geekus. His PDF library wants all Columbia game stuff, which is Harnmaster. I believe that is the modified slim down version. Is that the slim down version of Rollmaster?
Something like that.
Yeah. T-shirt, it says there's a first edition. I'm talking about first edition, but the deluxe edition is newer, has tons of stuff you need but weren't aware of. Go back and watch that video. I will, dude. I will, man. I will. He says we need it, Joe. Sounds like I got to do it. Peer pressure. You guys know I'm
okay. I will give it a look. I mean, I just got Dungeons and Delvers and the what else? A couple other books. Oh, I did the whole Palladium thing. Yeah. I'm tapped out of gaming monies at the moment.
I am too, but if you don't tell my wife, I might spend some more.
You can spend it on me.
I was thinking about it, and then I thought, no, I'd rather have it. So,
don't you see how good looking I am? You should just buy it for that reason.
I really should. I don't know why I don't do that. It's almost like I don't believe you when you say it. I don't know. Oh wow, the LFG and companions are on sale for $15. Oh, the OGL fire sale. Is that
right?
Do I have to T-shirt? Do I have to go to drive-through to get that? Probably do, don't I?
I think those are the hardbacks they have on sale right now.
Later, Ryan David. Nerd Cognito, folks, check it out. They got a new one I haven't listened to yet, but I will.
I believe they have a website called nerdcognito.com where you can find where all of their things are at.
Yeah. Whoa, shoot. Okay. LFG Cal is low fantasy gaming. I've read bits of it. I kind of like it. Yeah. Thanks, Tim Scott. You can get your Christmas package from Palladium until the 17th. They are generous, if nothing else.
I did that already.
Oh, did you? Well, I did it again.
I'm not doing it again. I already got a decent haul. Yes, Mar Hockman, we found the chopped liver, and it's me.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do it through drive-through. I might. I don't know. I hate giving drive-through any business.
Yeah, because somehow it ends up in the coffers of Wizards of the Coast somehow.
Yeah, screw those.
Or am I thinking of? Or I know it's DM's Guild does.
Yeah. Well, in the end, that won't. Low fantasy gaming can't. Those things can't end. Yeah, you should get another one, Malachi. He says, "Don't tempt him. He got one right before Christmas." Yeah, buy more. I may have to break down and get two just to be a rebel. I had talked to RPG is Dumb last night, Joe, on Discord. I was on Discord, Joe. I checked all my, what are they called? Channels? No. What's it called? The little things on the side that your groups that you're parts of?
Servers.
Servers. I checked all those, and he and I talked for about an hour. And he helped me through some of my ideas on riffs, what I thought, what I was doing right, what I was doing wrong. And he said I made the right decision in putting the Glitter Boy and the Dragon and the Godling on the shelf for the beginning campaign. So,
well, that's good. You actually got on Discord and expanded your tech savviness.
I did. We did an actual call. We talked on like their little phone thing. So,
huh?
We talked on their little phone thingy. We literally talked. It was cool.
Oh yeah, they do voice chat.
That was neat.
Yeah. We have done voice chat on Discord. It's been a while.
I thought it was a new thing. There you go.
No.
Oh goodness. I'm really not stupid. Wow. Yeah, I need to get a second one. Anyway, so I guess the moral of the story is never trust WOTC. I would say be careful about jumping in bed, euphemistically, with other companies that have been not our favorites in the past. I'm not ready to run to Paizo or most of the other companies right away. It's hard for me sometimes even buy Savage World stuff because I don't know. There's some writers there that I'm not fond of.
Well, let's see. We've got everything that's on Big Geek Emporium.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody there hates you,
Mm-hmm.
as far as I know. I mean, they haven't told me they hate you, Randy. I'm surprised that no one does, but
they will soon. They will
it's a matter of taste.
Yeah.
Palladium is safe. They're good guys.
Yep.
Let's see. Trollord Games seems fine.
Yep.
So I know that there's that list, right? The green, red, and
yeah, and you can't fully, like I said, I'm comfortable with Savage Worlds, but that's also a lot to do with I know Sean Robertson of Palladium writes for them. I like Shane. I'm good with that. Yeah, and the truth is, look, WotC, they've been bereft of talent for a while. They put out a lot of dog crap the last year or two.
Right, even I know the one comment was like they're going to take your stuff.
Yeah,
but you won't recognize it once it's through their process, and no one's going to buy it. So it's sure it'll suck them taking your stuff if they do, but it's not like they're going to make any money off of it. Yes, Cow Punchers. He has some. He's trying to come up with an acronym. We were talking about acronyms earlier. The Basic Expert was asking for a word that starts with O. That's a sort of synonym for wisdom. I don't think there is one. Not in English.
I don't know.
Anyway, yes. Go to Big Geek Emporium and pick up Cow Punchers if you like Westerns. Scrying Dutchman has a new thing that he kickstarted. That's the early release version is on Big Geek Emporium, which he did because of this nonsense. Mm-hmm. Owliness. I thought of that too, but I don't. Is that even a word?
Here's an interesting comment. Ironman says this. We did talk about this part. You'll still play his D&D old school stuff. Of course you will, Ironman, because you're that kind of dude. Represent. It's not affected by the OGL. The bitch will be if VTT systems are crippled due to the OGL. Can you not play your basic D&D, your rules encyclopedia, TSR? I mean, is you're playing no.
It's not a matter of whether you can play or not. Well, maybe. It depends on if you're getting snooped. Because when you run a VTT, it's pretty much private, as far as I know. I don't know if they have people that can observe your game unless you've made it like you're putting it out on YouTube or something or Twitch. But anything that's a VTT supplement. So if you have designed for VTT D&D stuff, that the VTT people may not want to support because they don't want to get sued. But just playing the game collectively using a VTT, I don't see how they can stop you from doing that.
Hey, I want to get one of my boys, let him pimp a little bit here. Lord Mateus has got a supplement, Midnight Prairie for Weird West. Okay. Is it a particular Weird West, Lord Mateus? Is it What's the weird
Basic
frontier?
expert.
Is it Deadlands? It's what? It's
I think
basic.
it's isn't it
Cow
for
Puncher. Is Cowpunchers a Weird West?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, no. I think Cowpunchers is just regular West stuff. I don't think it's Weird West. There's no magic in it.
Oh, okay. A Cowpunchers supplement. Okay. All right, cool. Yeah. Oh, good deal. Something about this is
So hold on.
Oh,
Hold
sure.
on.
Do it.
Clarify. Stop it. Clarifying. Cowpunchers is normal. Wild West. His supplement makes it weird.
Oh, I'll check it out.
Is making it weird.
All right.
Now,
I would make Lord Mateus run that for me at VentureCon too, but I will not be there. My family reunion is set that weekend, so I cannot go this year. It is sad. Well, Mar Hockman says, oh, also someone in the Star Trek Online live stream that ended a few minutes ago, someone asked the community manager if Neverwinter Online will be affected by the OGL. Kale's response, I don't know, Kale, Neverwinter wasn't built using any version of the OGL. As far as he knows, it isn't a 5e setting at all. Oh, okay. Interesting. Talking about Neverwinter Nights, right?
apparently.
Yeah. Nice.
Neverwinter Online. It's been a long time since I played Neverwinter Nights.
Oh, El makes a good point. True. Even TikTok is crying over 1.1. Yeah.
It's on TikTok as well. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Right. I wouldn't think so.
I wasn't sure, dude. I was thinking Neverwinter Nights. I was like, I'm almost
Neverwinter.
OGL. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you guys. Getting corrected. Not a video gamer. So right on. So
yeah, it just reminded me of Neverwinter Nights.
The moral of the story is screw WOTC.
Mm-hmm.
Screw WOTC. Don't buy any more stuff from WOTC, and then screw WOTC again.
Yeah, and make your own stuff or support indie games.
Yes. Whoever you like, even if they're red, blue, or green, I don't really care.
Don't care.
But I'm not supporting anybody that's too woke still. But
I mean, I'm not giving money to people who hate me. That still goes.
Right on. That's what I'm talking about.
But if you want to, that's me. If you want to pay, even if I will not recommend giving any money to WOTC. Mm-hmm. But you do what you want out there and listening in land.
Yeah.
Right. So yes, make your own thing.
Yeah. When screwing WOTC, avoid the lube. I hate to get that vulgar, but I'm gonna have to agree tonight. Randy is pissed.
Yeah, use somebody else's member also.
Yeah. Oh, t-shirt. Yes, I agree, but I won't say it.
I'll show it though.
Joe won't say it, but he'll show it right on t-shirt.
I told my wife I would email them if they tried to get us to stop what we're doing or what Big Geek Emporium is doing. I'll send them a photocopy of my middle finger in the mail.
You can sue us. We're not coming to the court hearing. Do whatever you want for yourself.
I'll figure out some way of still existing.
I hope he's right. This is the only thing I worry about. Things now OSR is safe. You guys that are more OSR than us, because Joe and I, we like the vibe. We have a few of the books. We've got on it very late, and it's not kind of really our jam, as we've said before. But didn't Matt Finch and who was the other guy? James Mashevsky? They created the first Osric back when the OGL started, but it wasn't OGL, right? Wasn't there an issue? Didn't they try to create that without even doing an OGL thing?
Well, that happened before the OGLs, if I remember correctly, but apparently I don't know anything, so who knows?
Well, the OGL came out with D&D 3.0 at the same time.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't remember the timelines of everything, but Osric won their lawsuit. Right. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I don't know about this, though. He says that VTTs can monitor what you play. I believe that. Roll20, you have to declare the game to get the specific tools, and Fantasy Grounds monitors games connected for their data dump. I don't know if they're going to be. I can't imagine those VTTs are going to be down with D&D.
Well,
Because
that
I
just
don't
makes
think
me
they
not
want
want to
them.
use them. I mean,
Yeah.
is it monitoring as in probably some sort of program is snooping on the stream for there's probably some legitimate reason that you need certain tools or capabilities for. But I mean, do they have some kind of snooping thing that can tell you if you're using the words they don't like? I hope not.
Eric Dragon says Osric came out long after the OGL came out. Oh, okay. Okay, no. I don't know. But, well, who knows?
Oh, here we go. Maybe we should watch this.
Yeah, thanks, Lord Mateus. Nice. Is that recent, like new today?
We'll check that out. Get the timeline straight. It's embarrassing, but I mean, honestly, it doesn't affect my game that I don't
Not embarrassing.
know all the history.
Pundit has a video that just came out with a timeline of everything from TSR to WOTC's purchase to the OGL to now. It's a video to Hasbro shelf. Okay, shareholders. Excellent.
Farther down, he says it came out today.
Excellent. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Osric was 2006. Somebody said, but we'll see. I will watch that and find out. I'm just interested. T-shirts, making a prediction. Social credit score for D and Dunn, VTT, D&D Beyond. Mark my absolute words on this.
If I was like 30 years younger
Mm-hmm.
and knew a little bit more about programming, I would have the energy and wherewithal to make a VTT. But I'm tired. I'm a tired old dude. I was trying to do some stuff last night and I just fell asleep in front of the computer. There's nothing I can do about it. Oh, is that a little poke? A poke. You're muted, El Muto.
Okay, look, here's the deal. David, here is the deal, sir. By Sunday, January 29th.
Hold on.
Oh.
You did this last week, didn't you?
I said I would have a date. I've got a date now.
I thought you said the date last week was this week.
I said I would have a date.
Oh, okay.
So January 29th, David Gow will be getting Tragedy at Tygon's Falls. February 30th, it will be published.
Hey, when did you start writing this?
Yesterday.
No.
Months ago.
No. Some people take there's very few people who can work as fast as the Red Room.
I know.
Red Room put out 20 books this past year. This is your first thing. Of course it's going to take a while.
Yeah. And David keeps editing it. Randy has a date, yes, with David. On the 29th of January. He's getting this stupid file, and he better say it's perfect. Because I'm tired.
So with regard to what I was saying, I wish I could write a VTT just because of all the Snoopy crap. I don't like that.
Yeah.
It's one thing if they need to stay attached to make sure that everything's working all right, keeping you alive and staying on the network and whatnot. But if they're snooping to see if you're, doing naughty things according to them, I don't like that. As I said, this is Mr. Max Boivin. As I said, I used to work in the video game industry, and a little while ago, an ex-colleague and I started working on a 3D VTT, but then Tailspire, I'm not familiar with that, was announced, and they were way ahead of us. Then so we canned the project. So, well, I'll tell you what, Tailspire, did that ever come to fruition, or is that still in the works? It'd be interesting to know. Oh, hey. Thank you, El. You're still muted.
Ship. So El says last week Randy claimed to have 27 Planescript products. I did not say 27. I said greater than 2 and less than 1,000. The fact that he owns greater than 0 means what? That he cannot be trusted. Fair enough. He says Table Spire is live. So
Okay.
yeah, I am shooting for a February release, folks. I said the 30th is a joke, but I am shooting for that, and David Gow will get the manuscript, the final pass through to my best friend David on the 29th.
So I have a question for Mr. Max Boivin.
Yeah.
Apparently they had a good Kickstarter, their pre-release on Steam and all that. I want to ask if they mind their own business. I hope.
Who's that?
Oh, here that's the Tailspire that he was just talking about.
What is this? We got some garbage in the stream there. That looks like a thing. Yeah, I shouldn't show that, so I won't.
Yeah, I will.
I don't know what that is.
Hold on.
Anyway,
talk to the people. I will fix.
So yeah, guys, I'm shooting for the 29th, David. I am also shooting for the January at the latest. I'm actually shooting further. I've made a lot of progress. And then earlier, I'm shooting for earlier than the 29th. But then I want it to be on Big Geek Emporium in February. I'm really hoping maybe even sooner. So this is legitimate. I'm going to make it happen. The Big Geek Con, though, has really been put on the burner, but I do have a place that wants us to be there. So that's promising. So anyway, yeah. I guess in the end, I think we're good with this whole discussion with WOTC.
Keep talking. It's on Twitch.
Oh, okay. So what else? So I wrote a whole bunch.
Contest.
You talk about the contest?
Might as well.
All right, let's do the contest. Here we go. So, contest. Are you guys canny enough? No, before we do the contest, I want to talk about the riff session I just had. Can we talk about?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so we played a session 2 last Friday. Had 5 players. It was a good time. Had trouble getting the story completed this time. My goal is a session, a story told, an adventure run back home from the base. We did manage to do it, though I had to do some of the dumb narrative crap at the end. Been writing my own stuff for that game. Think I'm going to try to lean a little heavier on Palladium. I've got several of their adventure books now. See if I can't use those. We had a good time. Oh, yes. Tim Scott. Apparently, you can use great grenade launchers to swim. His wife, the crazy, was being swarmed by these lizard things that came through a rift in the water. And she used a grenade launcher. She fired essentially down by her own legs, and it shot her. She rolled a ridiculously high roll, and she flipped back out of the water and got far away from them. So that was a pretty crazy thing that happened. We went a little gonzo on that one. So it was quite fun. I'm not there with house rules yet, weird guy. I don't know the system enough. I'm trying to feel it out. A guy that I played under a month or two ago, RPG's Dumb, he and I chatted yesterday on Discord, and he said to really give it a good run through. No one died, Malachi. I don't think anyone was even close to dying, though I thought Tim and his wife's character both might have drowned if things had gone a little differently, but no one died. They had to kind of talk a young dragon out of his craziness. He was like 9 days old and was causing headaches to people. And so they managed to do that. It was quite fun. Someone mentioned that. Weird guy says we did times 10s the damage of a Cyber Knight sword to make it competitive. Yeah, one of our players said that apparently that a mind melter or a powerful scion can produce a sword and do more damage than the Cyber Knight with it. That's kind of crazy. Tim Scott played the Cyber Knight. I thought he was very effective. Not too much to complain about, I don't think. Are you back with us, Joe, or no sound? Are you muted, Joseph? Okay.
There we go.
Okay,
I didn't make any sound.
Oh, Chop Liver's back. That's good. So
I opened my mouth and realized I was muted, so I didn't complete the sound making process. Anyway,
that's normally my shtick.
I just had to close the door.
We had a rogue scientist, we had a Cyber Knight, we had a crazy, we had a full conversion Borg who was Uber, and we had a ley line walker. So It was pretty good. I think the group handled most things well. What do you think, Tim Scott? I don't think it was too terribly challenging. We had a lot of delays, so the game didn't get to go as much as I would like. But I'm still down with it. I'm loving the riffs.
I'm really thinking about running my operator instead of the wizard next time.
Do it, man. And RPG is dumb said I'm giving out the right amount of credits. He says I got to keep you guys poor, and I was like, dude, that is in my wheelhouse. I am totally
I'm
good
just to be on the devil's advocate side.
Mm-hmm.
Can't buy anything.
I know it's very expensive.
Stuff's expensive.
Very expensive,
according to the book. Now we can. One of the things that was I was reading the wizard, or the ley line walker, write up and how you acquire other new spells. And one way is leveling. Another way is studying somewhere where they have someone you can study with. Another suggestion, though, is instead of buying spells, which you can do, is to do them for a job.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
so you do a job for somebody. They can be, here, you do this for me, I give you access to magic. So that seemed like a very fair, and also more interesting than is throwing some cash at somebody.
And RPG is dumb told me that he thought that the idea in Rifts was that tech got so advanced was because magic was so powerful when it came back into the world. But he thinks it's a little overdone. There's a little too much in terms of power. Weird Guy's got some interesting comments. He said house rules. They use dodging bullets. We require cover to duck behind a dodge of gunfire. Ooh, that would make life tough.
Don't give him any ideas.
Excellent, Smithers. So yeah, I absolutely had a good time. I don't know. I think I was tired. It just didn't go flow as well as the Aliens game, but it was fun. So I'm going to have another one soon. Joe's got a long weekend this weekend. I'm going to have to figure out a way to run a game this weekend. We'll see what happens. But yeah, shall we move into the giveaway?
Yes, the giveaway. And I realized earlier today that I didn't put out any reminders about today's thing, and then I did, and then I forgot to put anything in about the contest.
But look at these awesome people, man. They still showed up. Yeah. Welcome, Ryan Aquilith. I'm glad you're here, bud. We're gonna give away one of four things. The idea is for you to be able to guess the number, and don't put any guesses in the stream yet. Hold on to your horses. You're gonna try to guess the number of Planescape products that I have on my shelf. Yeah, I said it was greater than 2 and less than 1,000. These Planescape products are from the 2nd edition era, so I'm not counting anything beyond the 2nd edition era, and it's any official TSR Planescape product. And here in a few minutes, I'm going to ask you to guess. Before you guess, let me show off what your choice. Yes, here at Biggest Geekest, we give you choice on prizes.
Mm-hmm.
5th printing of Castles and Crusades, Monsters and Treasures, a beautiful, beautiful book. And I'm giving that away because I've already ordered one of my sweet copy. If you want that,
this is why I don't close the door. Because my dog just opened it. I mean, 2-3 minutes after I close it, my dog comes in here, opens the door.
Edge of the Empire role-playing game from Star Wars by FFG. It is the beta version. It is pretty much pristine. I don't think my name is in it. It is not. And then also from FFG, back in the 3rd edition era early on, Mythic Races, Legends and Lairs, D20 system. It does have my autograph. So whenever my adventure comes out, it'll be a collector's item.
Yeah. Well, it will only really be a collector's item if you're dead.
It might be the case when my adventure comes out and I get sued. Then there is this thing from Steve Jackson Games, Cardboard Heroes Castle the Keep. It is in the shrink wrap, of which Randy has 2 copies and is willing to give away 1. Don't say pregnant Joker, Malachi. Don't say it. I'd forgotten all about that. Daggone it.
So dumb.
I am going to rant. Malik, I think Elle had told me that before. Somebody had. Did I talk about that last week? I was like, no, I didn't. Someone gave that to me. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Back to so you get to choose one of those 4 people. And the idea is to guess the number of Planescape products, second edition era, that I have. Are you ready for them to start, Joe? You're going to keep track? Because, if there's a tie, we will roll off. Joe will roll a die for the winner.
Let's see here.
So, are you ready to keep an eye?
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Hold on, guys. Don't get in a hurry. Joe's nervous.
I'm nervous.
Oh, look at
I'm
that.
going to just get a timer going.
Still only in Rifts can I play a crazy who calls himself East Clintwood and wears a giant styrofoam cowboy hat and dares anybody to laugh. That is true.
Okay, I'm going to give, when I say go, 1 minute.
Yep.
And then I'll hit my timer here. And then once the minute is up, then I will start scrolling up
the
list. Anybody who's down the list, I think I'll star it just to make sure.
Yeah. So we're going to guess people. Are you going to give them a full minute, Joe?
A full minute.
Okay.
Starting.
Get ready.
Now.
Make your guesses. More than 2, less than 1,000. Go, team, go. Got him started on the pregnant Joker thing. No one. Please take some of my stuff. Okay.
There we go. Whoa, there they are.
Oh, boy.
-3.
Okay. All right.
30 seconds. Only one guess. Only one. Come on, guys. One guess. So anybody who's put 2 guesses or more in, your first guess is what I'm going to have.
Yeah.
We're going to choose. 15 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're done.
Yep.
Flady got his in last.
Okay. Looking at the list.
Well, I already see the one who won.
I do too. We have a winner.
We have a winner who got it right on the nose. It's the only one, I think. Only one.
Mm-hmm. Just looking. Really close, though. A couple of really close guesses. Second and third place. Second place, though they did go over. Bruce Lombardo of Dick's Division with 31 was second place. Man of War guessed 33. Who else guessed 33? Ryan Aqualive Media, so close. And then the big cheater who guessed it perfectly, our boy, the mouth from the north, Martinson, 30. Randy has 30 products, official Planescape products. So Martinson will email me or tell me his preference. So, yeah, dude, I was a nut. I have dang near, as far as the books that were official Planescape products books.
Man of War did 33 as well.
Yeah, they were close. Man of War and Ryan was close, and so was Bruce, is just slightly over 31. Dang, he almost nailed it. And it was really close. Very good guesses, guys. I thought people would Google the number of products. I mean, if you Google it, Randy pretty much has the official RPG products. Not so much the minis and the card games like David Guile. No, it looks like it's rigged. Don't say that, Malachi. We don't rig it, but dang it. Martinson does know us. I don't let him in the room, you turd. Martinson, you stinker. You can't win like that, dude. And so, yeah.
Of course, somebody had to say it was rigged.
Well, yeah. No, okay. He's just yanking our chain. He's a good dude. All right. We'll have another one, though. Do not worry. Do not worry. There'll be another one, and Martinson will be excluded. Can't win again. It's a new year, so he gets back in. He had won before. Turd. Congratulations, bud.
Good job, Martinson.
Save me on postage. Dude, it's like we're cheating. I'm not cheating. Ask those that have sent stuff. I'm not bashful. I don't mind paying for postage. There are about 86 Rifts books. Yeah, I do not. I am not even close on that, sir. Riffs is just beginning. But you
I
know
have
what?
like 6 or 8.
I love reading it. I will probably at some point own them all. I'm that kind of dude because I just like reading the fluff. So, but yeah, everybody's congratulating you. It's cool. Don't worry, we will have another contest very soon because Randy wants to get rid of all of that stuff. But let me know, Martinson, which one of those sweet items you want, and I will get them to you, sir, post haste.
All right.
All right.
So,
guys, thank you, guys.
I gave us a time frame of a half hour to discuss the OGL stuff,
and we made it perfectly. Short of an hour over.
Well, I mean, it was more like a half hour over because you were talking about a few other things, and then we did the contest. So,
yeah,
I think we stopped talking about it about an hour in.
Yeah, we did. So, yeah, but we hit. Do you have any? I hit all my updates on the adventures and Big Geek stuff. Nothing to say with Big Geek Con. Randy is really blowing it. What is this? What are you saying now? Owning 30 Planescape books is like being a man pregnant with a. No, it is not like pregnant Joker. Has you heard about that, Joe?
Yes.
Dude, he's having like his little mud baby. It is. What are they even? Look, it's not. I'm mad. It's like, what are you doing? DC is deranged. That's a deranged storyline.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. But this is the thing though. DC and Marvel both are beholden to these blue-haired nincompoops. I mean, this is what they're going to do. This is all that they're going to do.
Yeah.
So whenever I hear something about this, I'm like, figures. I wasn't shocked. I mean, I guess still disappointed a bit.
Look at that. Patty's Parlor. DC, deranged comics.
Yeah.
And Green Apple said this before, man, and I appreciate it, and I know you're right, but I just hope it's not true. DC Marvel are dead. Yeah. Right, Patrick. And I don't care. I'm with you. I don't care who did it with Magic. It's stupid. And it's not even, it's ridiculously
pandering.
Moronic. It's moronic too.
Yeah.
I mean, and did you see the art on it? Oh my
God. It was horrible.
You talk about bereft of talent.
That art, okay. Back in the day, the art wasn't good either. You know, when the comics first came out, the art was okay at best. This kind of harkened back to the old comic book days, in my opinion, as far as the level of art. But
worse.
The story?
Worse, actually. It's worse. Some of that.
Well, I've seen some pretty bad artwork from the 70s and the.
Oh, there was some really what we would call bad, but even the early days when they were kind of blocky characters, at least they were trying to just show people stuff. Good night, Lord Mateus. So glad you joined us, bud.
Yeah, I know you just came here for the contest. Sorry you didn't win.
Yeah. What did he guess? What did Mateus guess?
I don't know.
I got to look and see. That's my dude from one of my dudes from VentureCon. A lot of good dudes. Fat Gamer had 150. Iron Man 186. I don't think there's that many Planescape products. Lord Mateus just said 6. No, dude, I'm a complete loser when it comes to Planescape. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're going to read comics, manga is probably where you're at. Or Eric July's comic, Isom. He's only got one out, though.
I can't think of the company, but it's Graham Nolan. Well, if you don't need, like, I like superhero stuff, but I like Graham stuff too. He does a lot of I got the Two-Fisted Manly Tales. Did I tell you that came in?
I think you might have mentioned it.
Yeah, that was much earlier. Graham is like, he's on it. It gets put out fast. Yeah. Good job. Bruce says he was not. That was good. I wasn't betting on you saying you had the miniatures. Correct. I did not buy them. And at one time I had a few of the Blood War collectible cards. I wasn't into that game. It didn't interest me that much. David Guile had mentioned that last week. Compass, thank you, Man of War. Yes, Compass Comics. Right on. They're a good company to support. Absolutely.
There's some adjacent comic companies to that. I mean, I've seen a lot of the comic guys from Comics Gate on Twitter, but some of their art I'm not fond of, and it's a lot of extremely large-breasted women.
Graham
a lot of it.
And there's not a lot, but his women are curvy. He likes the feminine form.
Well, it's probably a reaction to the fact that the lefties are like, That's unrealistic, even though if you look at all the cosplayers, it's pretty much spot on.
Yeah.
So, but there are some starting with Compass is probably a good deal. Oh, I like them. It's just once you roll through a bunch of them, it's very similar. Not similar art. It's just the same kind of themes.
Yeah. But the Two-Fisted Manly Tales is pretty sweet. Yeah. Oh, wow. Errant Dragon, he was pimping out Blood Wars. It was a great CCG. He had no idea it was related to Planescape. Wow. Yeah. Cool. Oh, no t-shirted, not next to Berserk. I know you like it, but it is all right. You guys, look at Bruce.
All you have to do is mention
Yes, you
the
do.
boobs, and it's just
Our peoples, baby. Our peoples. Yeah, you're correct. Chuck Dixon, Mr. Boivin, Chuck Dixon was doing a comic. May still be doing Archaven. You can read a lot of it online. So, yeah. And I got the comic for Ascendant by Macris, the guy that does Axe. He has an Ascendant RPG. Yeah.
is that Patty's Parlor says the feminine form is hard to master. I think one of the better females I've drawn was for my mutants. It's an exclamation point cover. Did you end up putting that up on BGE, or is that a comic? I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't recall. Oh, David Gow says the Blood War CCG got him into Planescape. Yeah, just my Bruce, just my love of the planes. I mean, Joe knows even early on in first edition, I was just reading about the planes. Every once in a while, when I was ready to end a campaign, I would send them to the Nine Hells or something. And at the end of the session, said, "You guys die." So, yeah.
Well, I think you had an early obsession with it, except it was short lived because, if we went anywhere off of the prime material, even if the place sounded nice,
Right,
like Happy Hunting Ground,
you would think that
you walk in there and you get killed,
get hunted.
you get hunted. Yeah.
I have Ascendant, Errant Dragon, but I think Macris is going to have to do another edition because of is that an OGL issue too? Thank you, Aaron. He says it does it better than better than TSR Marvel and DC RPGs. I guess I should actually get to reading it. Hold on a second. Let me grab that off the shelf.
So, Patty, is that an RPG product? Is that an RPG product or is that a comic?
Which one?
Is the one that he was just talking about?
Not Ascendant.
Right? Mutants.
Yeah. This is the Ascendant RPG.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that.
I don't know if this is this the first or second edition, Errant Dragon? I don't know, but it's a beautiful book. It seems awfully wordy. Quite a few tables, but it does look like a very thorough superhero design. It's by Macris, and that's his name.
L is reminding you to look in the back of the book for the OGL statement. So that'll tell you.
Okay. Yeah. Let me see. I'm seeing tables. I am not seeing the OGL statement. Let me look in the front.
So it's a game. Cool.
I think it's just a game. I don't think it.
No, I'm talking to Patty. Patty put up that his mutants thing is just a game.
This is a fine book, and I got
that's a thick one.
There's a comic book too. He did a full-on thick, kind of kickstarted comic book that's pretty tough superhero stuff. I like it, so I'm kind of into this. I need to read this. Maybe this. If I'll read this guy, maybe it'll get on the table too, Joe. Who knows? Maybe we'll do Ascendant this year.
And it's a super game, or is it a
super student? Yeah, superhero.
Yeah, I can see the cover. I'm just wondering if it's some sort of universal thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like the Ascendants were the people that got superpowers one day. It's kind of a neat background. Yeah, I think I like it. And they're coming out. He's kickstarting soon the Rogues Gallery for the game. So, but
it's only on soft cover here. It's $40 for soft cover. I want a hard cover.
He says he's redoing it with errata and updated tweaks to the game, but it's not OGL. Thank you, sir. Yeah. And thanks, Elle, for pointing out the back there. I should have looked closer. Yeah.
Here we go. $50 for hardcover. Okay.
Oh, it's
How much? You think it's worth it?
I think I paid 60. The price is 60 on the back, and I paid 60 and got the comic and the Kickstarter. So yeah, I mean, well, it's hard to say. I need to read it. I've not read it yet. It's one of my books.
No, but I mean, as far as you can never tell
it's
until you read it. But do you think it?
I think it has enough meat that you'll like it. Patty's Parlor. Is he talking about Patty? Are you talking about Ascendant? It's a simple D10 system that leverages the fact that D10s are numbered 0 to 9. Most often, you want to roll 0. I don't know. Oops, sorry.
He's talking about his game, or is he talking about this?
Yeah, Patty, are you talking about your game Mutant, or are you talking about Ascendant?
He's probably talking about his. He's already been. Yeah, I think it looks like he's talking about his game, which is
okay.
cool.
Okay, Mutants is his game. Cool. We'll check that out too then. But this is a beautiful book, though, Joe. It's a beautiful book. So I hope the game is good. Oh, his game. That's great. Yeah.
That's cool.
Is your game on Big Geek Emporium? Is that what he said? Oh, math language. Aaron speaking my language. Ascendant takes the logarithmic core of DC Heroes. Don't know DC Heroes, but I know what logarithmic core is, but extrapolates it to being fully logarithmic. Oh, okay. So progression is do 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 do. And the dice system is from TSR Marvel with a color-coded D100 chart. Oh, I got to dig into this then. Yeah. Yeah. No problem, Patty. No problem, dude.
Well, let's see. Someone asked me a question. Where is that at? I have not seen Dragon Ball Z except little snippets on YouTube, and it's not my thing.
It's anime. I'm out.
It's as far as I'm concerned, it's super anime. I mean, it does all the anime stuff, running forever, weird expressions. It's all super serious, and then somebody farts or something, and then people get weird.
But Berserk was
icons all over their face. It's weird.
I joke a little about Berserk. I reviewed that way back in our podcast. T-shirt likes Berserk, that series, and I tell you what, the comic was pretty cool. I didn't hate it. So,
Dragon Ball Super is different from Dragon Ball Z.
Oh,
okay.
Makes it look tame. Ugh.
Oh boy,
I can't imagine
Well, they probably have a whole 20-minute episode where it's just somebody running.
Okay.
I've heard about Berserk being good.
I've got the comic. T-shirt got me to do it when it was on our show, and I can't say I didn't. I can't say I hated it. It was pretty cool looking, but it's just really hard for me to get into. So,
hey, I gotta take my dogs out. I'll be back.
Okay. So I think I'll talk a little bit while Joe's gone about our attempt at Dungeon 23. As I said, we got 10 rooms done together. Joe's done 5 and I've done 5. He did the entrance. I did a few rooms that I didn't follow the rules, or sorry, the tables in this. Joe did. I just kind of felt myself getting inspired with the theme of the Mad God. The idea is, see if I can find this here. The beginning of the Mad God's wildest dreams and desires, will you face the 8-pointed star of chaos in hopes of gathering treasures unimaginable. Some of you might know where I stole the 8-pointed star from, but that's okay. I think this dungeon will probably be level 6 to 8 or 9 if you're thinking of a fantasy game that we're starting to not play anymore. So mid-level heroes, we're definitely trying to make it tough from the get-go. I don't know how much Joe wants to share tonight, so I won't spill the beans too much. I know our plan is our first level, when it's done at the end of the month, we're going to put it up on Big Geek Emporium in a raw form for absolute freeness. Pretty excited. It was kind of fun digging in there, creating adventure or creating rooms. Mine kind of has a bit of a theme running through it. Joe's has a bit of a theme. They don't necessarily mesh, but that was kind of the theme behind the whole dungeon is good for that, because it's got that mad god chaos sort of thing. So things don't have to be perfectly, aligned. Every room doesn't have to lead to some other idea. Not many empty rooms. I know people I've read online talk about needing so many empty rooms for dungeons. We'll have some. I've got a few ideas, but I picture this being not only a mega dungeon, but it's going to be a pretty hard one. I mean, I don't think we're going to go full on Tomb of Horrors, but we're going to try to kill your characters. I know I am. So it'll be fun though. I mean, it's going to be fair, but tricky and a little chaotic. Very happy. Spent most of Saturday afternoon watching videos on this whole OGL garbage and then writing those rooms up, which is why I didn't do any more work on my no, I did some work also on my adventure, David Gile. So I'm making serious progress. I'm pretty happy with it. I want to add a few more things. I think I have got about a third, probably half of your suggestions have been implemented, sir, and I'm happy with that. But this Dungeon 23 is really a fun idea. And even with the stupid OGL crap, we're going to keep rolling, dude. We're going to keep doing that, keep making our games. So I think you're right, Martinson. I'm feeling like it has to be run at Cabin Con. Joe and I both might run it. By the time Cabin Con rolls around, we should have 4 levels of that dungeon done. So we may just throw you guys to the meat grinder at Cabin Con, see what happens. So pretty excited about that. But that's a great idea. I think Joe will agree. So that's looking like it might happen. I don't have any idea of what system would have to be used for it. In fact, no system. You do whatever you want. That any kind of fantasy dungeon explorer. I don't have any stats for monsters. I did decide to give some options in rooms. Like if you want it to be this level of difficulty, stop here. If you want to ratchet it up, add this. That was kind of my design premise. I did that in almost, I don't want to say every room. It should be a fun thing to do. If I'm going to run it at Cabin Con, I'd rather not spill the beans on the exact room stuff. You'll be able to see that eventually. But once we get the first level out, we'll put it on BGE. And none of you Cabin Con guys get it because it's free. So don't get the free thing. What does that say? L, does the dungeon have a Temple of Doom secret door? If you can't grasp a pair of breasts to gain entry, it ain't a good dungeon. After tonight, I'm feeling like we're going to have to put that in, L. I mean, I would rather not. It seems a little uncouth, but we may have to do that. It may be one of those where we'll mix that with Total Recall, and you have to have 3 breasts, and you have to grab 3 breasts to get into the room. That might be a better move. So I really had the creative muse on Saturday and last night too. When I was talking with RPG is Dumb, I was doing a little bit on that too. Right now, my creative juices are flowing, probably because while I was watching all those videos on the OGL, I was getting madder and madder in my mind, probably flipping the middle finger up to WOTC and saying, screw you, I will make my own stuff, as David Giles been telling us for months now. A lot of you guys agree with that. So it's exciting. Is anybody on here? I know Legion of Myth is doing Dungeon 23. Is anybody else giving it a stab? Is anybody else trying to do it? I think it would be cool to see some of your all stuff too if you did it. Legion's working hard. I think he has a few more rooms than us. Very good, Mar Hawkman. You're trying. What is that, Cal? 2 hands, 3 boobs. Oh my! I guess you got to grip it some other way. So anyway, but I'm glad Mara's trying it. Patty, you're not sure what it is. Who was the guy? Somebody help me out here. Some dude on Twitter. Is he a game designer? He kind of threw a friendly gauntlet down that for every day of 2023, you would create a single room of a dungeon. And at the Mothership author, thank you, El. The Mothership guy, he threw this down. He was doing it, and you create a room every day of the year. At the end of the month, you have a level created. Then you go to the second level, and you draw the dungeon kind of as you go, or in advance, however you want to do it. So by the end of the year, you have a 12-level mega dungeon. So I think that's pretty cool. Oh, Bruce is doing the Hexaday. That's a variant. He's doing a Hexaday, but I have my players watching so they get to see it full first by experience. Oh, nice. Very cool. So you're play testing as you go. Nice. No, I don't. It's not the same as the guy. It's not Kevin Crawford, Mr. Boivin. Crawford does do Stars Without Numbers and Worlds Without Numbers. Those are very nice products. Malachi said it was the basic expert's idea of doing a hex crawl instead of a dungeon. Sure, I think it's all cool. Hex 23, right on, Bruce. I think that's cool. I might do Hex 24. So, yeah, Cal, probably not going to do that. Oh, gosh, T-shirt, you're right. WOTC dropped that bomb and single-handedly effed over the entire community. We'll see. I mean, you're right. I'm not invested in the OGL. I mean, I've not produced a dang thing in my life, but I have a lot of sympathy for those people. It's got to be just a huge, oh gosh, it's a kick to the nuts because you know it's happening. I mean, it's happening. Oh, maybe next year, Patty says he's got a lot too many projects. Dude, I would love it if you guys uploaded your Megadungeons and your hex crawls to BGE. Sell it or not, I don't care. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I don't know, L. He says, since it's by mothership, doesn't each room have to have a pronoun? Is he pretty wokitude? I don't know. Yeah. That's funny. Mark Hawkman, that's interesting. He said, I remember getting back into OGL territory. That's fine, waiting for Joseph. Yeah, the OGL bomb was such a big deal. The Star Trek Online community manager talked about it. Dude, dig that. That is crazy town. You were talking about the Neverwinter thing. Yeah. So question T-shirt. He says, is it going to affect you and your revenue personally? You still collect royalty payments from my work on games. So are those royalties going to, I guess they're going to stop, right? Because you can't sell it. Wow. Yeah, that blows, dude. That blows. What are your T-shirt? If you don't mind sharing, would you want to share some of the games that you have made? I'd love to help you out while we can. I think you had mentioned some before. Didn't you work on Axe? Wasn't ACKS by Macros one of the games you worked on? I don't know, David. I think that should be true. He says he thought if something already exists, you can keep selling it. I don't know, maybe. Oh, okay. You've got a lot of games. Okay, T-shirt. Yeah. All right. We should chat sometime on Discord. Haha, because I'm doing it now. I Discorded for like an hour with RPG is Done the other day. So I'm practically an internet. I don't know. Is that correct? I don't know. Hard to say. No way. No way. Errant Dragon says supposedly Rolling Stone magazine has an article about the WOTC PR disaster. See, at a bare minimum, I think, I don't know how WOTC can't see this as a disaster. I mean, and again, maybe they don't care, dude. Maybe that are just going to play. Oh, crap. Maybe you can just, yeah, I don't know. Maybe there going to be enough people going to play the game. I'm in trouble now. David Gile knows I'm on Discord. I saw you last night where you were on, but I was busy chatting with someone else. I'm so embarrassed. Okay. Oh, Darwin's. Yes, I've got that. I've got Darwin's World t-shirt. Well done, sir. Did you do the Savage World version or the other one? Oh, crap. He's never worked on Axe. He worked on the Year of the Zombie, Darwin's World, and a company I'd rather not name on stream because it can get me canceled again. Dude, you can't be canceled. You're immune to his cancertude. Disagree, L. I won't post that, but whatever you want, man. We're allowed to have different friends. People can have different friends just because he's... let's not go down that road. Okay, bud? Let's just leave that alone. Yeah, t-shirt. I didn't know that, bud. But Darwin's World, I think we talked before. Is it the Savage Worlds version or the other one? I can't remember. Yeah, okay, I didn't get this weird guy. Apparently, he says, one of the weirdest victims of the OGL debacle is Mini 6 Bare Bones. It has the OGL in the back. What the F? Why does a D6 game need an OGL? I have heard I have heard that there's several people that just did that, like even like Fate. Didn't Fate Core or Fate something Fate? Didn't they put the OGL in their games too? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, sorry, bud. Okay, not looking for that. Okay, t-shirt. Don't want to do that. It's all good, bud. Um, it's all good. Not trying to do that. But as to that mini six game, weird guy, I don't understand how that happened to certain groups. We're back on the OGL topic. I told them about Dungeon 23, Joe. Now that you're back on, I just said what we were doing. I didn't. I don't know if we want to share it. Martinson had a good idea. He said we should play test that bad boy at CavinCon. I think we should run it.
We're not going to be done with it.
I know. We're running. If we got 4 levels by May, we can run some of it. You know. So. Oh yes, we haven't done that all show. I think.
So while you're busy screwing WOTC, subscribe.
Yeah, we appreciate you too, Patties. We're glad you're around. You got a home here. He says, speaking of cancellation, he's super grateful for you guys. I almost decided to not publish anything because I didn't want to release any books on one bookshelf after what they did to Venger. Yeah, dude. Glad to help folks that want to do that. Errant Dragon, he just like these guys have systems that don't even rely on it. Mutants and Mastermind, that was initially a D20-ish thing. Some version of
Not anymore?
No, it's not. Well, it is D20, but it's very, very different. 3rd or 4th edition. Mongoose Traveler 1E, Open D6. They all use the OGL, and I don't know why.
Yeah. Mutants and Masterminds, of course, it uses the OGL. It is 3rd edition superheroes.
Wow.
It's based on the 3rd edition stuff. I didn't know. Well, some version of Fate. I didn't know any version of Fate did. And Mongoose. Old Traveler, no, but Mongoose Traveler, who knows? I didn't pick that one up. What was the other ones? Open D6. That's weird.
Yeah, looks like T-shirt had a pretty bad experience with some of the Paizo dudes. That's a shame. Mine was pretty good. Yeah, Open D6. Yeah, I don't even know why. Oh, yeah, Savage Pathfinder too. I kind of get Malachi why Savage Pathfinder would do the OGL because Pathfinder has, but no, I don't actually get it because they're using. Go ahead. Yeah, Jason Bowman. He's from Paizo.
Yeah, I remember the name, but it's not from where.
He's a pretty big wig. I met him years ago. I can't say I worked with him, but when Pathfinder was new, I was one of their first DMs in Pathfinder Society. Me and about 40 or 50 other guys at Gen Con, and it went really well. Okay. Thanks, L. L says the OGL was not used for access to SR only 3E, but it's a general share or copy left of your game. Okay. Copy left. Yeah.
Okay. What is this yachts reference you made up here t-shirted? Is that an acronym for a game you did? Or is that
Yahtzee? Something about a Yahtzee, maybe. That's what I thought.
WOTC.
Yeah, way back when. You said I can't say which Darwin's World stuff I worked on because it doxes me. I don't mind admitting Yahtzee because it's totally out of print and off the market now. Yeah, so Yahtzee must be a game. Oh, Year of the Zombie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Did I get it before he corrected us? Yeah.
Nope.
No, he corrected me sooner. Okay, he's too fast.
No, he hasn't said it. He hasn't put it down here. But Martinson did, even though you said it.
Yeah.
It's probably a delay.
Yeah.
It's all delay typing.
For the Star Wars D20, well, it depends on which one you got. I have a couple of them. I think I have the Saga system too. I would imagine they probably did for that. Well, that smelled more of 4th edition. They may not have. Right on, t-shirt. You're the zombie, the best zombie apocalypse game ever created for D20. I have no doubt. Me too, Aaron Dragon. I do like Darwin's World. I have the Savage World versions, and I've always wanted to get that to a table.
What is that about?
Just one of the Darwin's World in the broad sense. T-shirt worked on it. He can't say which one, but I have the Savage Worlds version, not the 3rd edition version, and then there might have been another version too.
No, what is Darwin's World?
Ah, okay, right, Malachi. Oh, what is Darwin's World? It's an apocalypse, a post-apocalyptic world. Hold on, maybe I got it right here. Let me see here, Joe. I'll give a peek. You keep them busy for a second.
Right. I remember hearing about Darwin's World, but I never knew exactly what it was.
Oh, brother, yeah, I went way in during COVID, early COVID. I was cooped up, and Randy had nothing to do, so he bought a whole lot of.
I worked every day I worked every day outside during the pandemic.
I worked during COVID, but I would just teach online, and then I did a lot of asynchronous, so it was easy. But yeah, I've got the campaign setting as a role-playing game set in the wild and hospital world of mankind's ruin, in a world where radiation has altered the very course of nature. The premier D20 OGL post-apocalyptic role-playing game now for the Savage Worlds system. So yeah, dude, it's got some nice art too. I'm gonna pimp it out. Whether T-shirt, yeah, but it's nice. It's really detailed. It's some good stuff.
Yeah. It's probably a good idea. Color is expensive.
Oh, beautiful! It's a pretty kind of apocalyptic book. I think I love the thing. I love this. What's this symbol for? Isn't there a? Can you guys even see that with the light background? There's a symbol and 3 circles. I think that's a name.
That's a radiation. That's a radiation symbol.
But I've got the
probably a little different, but it looks pretty much it.
Gazetteer of the Twisted Earth and Survivor's Handbook. There you go. He says, remember Gamma World? Take out the gonzo crap and make it a really horrifying post-apocalypse. Right on, bro.
Biohazard.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. It is very fleshed out. I wish I had managed to get the D20 stuff too, but I went to it, read a big chunk of it, and then we didn't get to play it. So, but it's definitely something I find.
Somebody here mentioned that 5e doesn't have the OGL in it, but it shouldn't. It shouldn't need it, should it?
I wouldn't think it would.
I mean, is it in the player's handbook? It seems weird that it would be.
What now? Look at this. Is this going to be true? Bruce says, damn it, I made over 10 videos for Dungeons and Delvers, and the Wizards of Soy are going to make the playlist nearly useless. I'm all right with seeing WOTC get legally level like Hiroshima. If anybody can help out, Bruce could use a cool 4 mil. So
yeah, and while you're at it, you can just accidentally drop a little bit on our way. We don't need anywhere near 4 million.
Yeah, just give us a couple 100,000, Bruce. Yeah. Hey, answer that question for Patty.
Yes, print on demand is through Lulu, and we use what's called an API. If you don't know what that is, it's an application programming interface, I believe is what the acronym means. Essentially, it's programmer speak for backend. So you fill out a form. The form will include files that you have that the automated system over at Lulu can access. So it needs to be something like Dropbox or something similar, not just a website with a link on it. That won't work. And we can't set up a Big Geek Emporium's space to do that either for some reason. The devs were working on that, but it didn't work for them. So you need your files on a Dropbox, a cover and an interior, and a name for it. And then as long as it meets there's some kind of inking standard with your interior matched up to what either standard or full color. And yeah, you fill out a form, give Lulu's API access to some files, and we create a print job. And then, is it zine friendly?
Right.
Probably, especially if it's black and white zine. It'll be very inexpensive. What's the what would be the form factor for a zine exactly? Is that digest version? Is that digest size probably? If it's they have a digest size and they have regular letter size. They have all kinds of different sizes. But yeah, you can get a zine printed out there, but I'm not sure it would be. Oh, if it's black and white, why don't you send me some, or why don't you just put in text in the chat there the details like page length, and if it's digest size. That's I think no, that's a little bigger than digest, I think. But I will look that up, and I will get to with you on Twitter on what may the price range be. So 5 by 8.5, black and white. What's the page count on that thing? So yes, if it's a short page count, okay, for comics, the form factor for comics makes it out to be more practical to do a what's the big one, the big thick comic book thing called? Randy.
Sorry, what's the big thick comic book thing? Graphic novel.
Graphic novel. So it's more cost effective to do a graphic novel. 52 pages. Okay, I will look up the price for that. I'm not sure. I will look up what their base price is, and then you can decide whether it's worth doing. All right, Bruce. And it's not a silly question, Patty's Parlor. Not silly at all.
No. Elle says that's actually a word. I thought he was joking. I thought copyright was copyleft. My bad, sir. Thank you for the info. He says we should look up what copyleft is. Okay. All right. We were just laughing because I thought you were making a joke.
Like, I'm not running and publishing anything.
Yeah, true.
I'm not a publisher.
What are we considered?
Platform for self-publishers. Lulu would maybe be considered a publisher, but they're more just a print house. So everybody on our platform is self-publishing, and they use Lulu to print. So a publisher typically does things other than just, well, I guess they distribute too. So they're kind of publisher adjacent.
Gotcha.
Yes. So one signature. I'm aware of that nomenclature. So, yeah. Could be, if you're printing it out on your own printer, it's cheap. I have to look it up because I don't know what their prices are. So when you have somebody else do things for you, they always do a markup. So we'll see.
Yeah, we are a publisher clearinghouse, but no sweepstakes. Fair enough. Hey, wait a minute though. I do give a prize away every now and again.
Yeah, so there you go.
Granted, not to any of you guys.
An actual prize instead of little pieces of paper they send you in the mail saying you could win. Blah,
I mean,
blah,
it's
blah.
it's fully rigged, but I do give a prize away because I mean, secretly, I have all the stuff back. They just give it right back to me. No, not true. Not true. I got people I've sent stuff out to. So, yeah. So, well, dang, man. I don't think we're going to have time for
Yeah, we're already at 2 hours.
Dungeon. I think we probably need to call it. You didn't want to like actually share and show our Dungeon 23 yet, right? I kind of don't want to.
Oh, it's too late now.
Yeah. I think we should wait. I talked about it enough, and I think we can decide later on what we want to do with it exactly. So, no, the sweepstakes are rigged.
Surprise us all, please.
Please, somebody. Malachi better win one of these, or we're gonna be in trouble. He's gonna sue it. He's gonna get on Watchy's bandwagon and sue us. Closed game license, BG 1.0.
He's gonna be totally upset that the game was rigged.
Right on.
That hour giveaway was rigged. He's
right.
Give us what for?
You want to tell him about the stuff? You want to get on out of here, brother?
Yeah, we'll have to bump dungeons up till next week.
Yeah, we got to talk about what we like in a dungeon. We're going to talk about that. What's good in a dungeon? What's a good dungeon? That kind of stuff. Legion.
Okay, Legion, we don't do 4+ hour videos. It's a work day.
He just got his video done. Oh, sorry, man. Okay. I'm going to read about that copy left, L. I want to know. I thought you were joking, though, man. I wasn't laughing at you. I thought you were making it funny. So.
Yeah, so
no, I'm not above laughing at L. Let's be honest.
No, not above that.
But I was laughing with him.
For those of you listening or watching, if you haven't already, please subscribe to our show here on YouTube or follow us on your podcatcher, because this will be published in audio within 24 hours or so. Creative Commons is considered copyleft.
Touche.
So alternate, so probably just more open. Maybe copyleft is more open and copyright is less open, because copyright is less open. Someone has copyright, it's theirs. So you can't use it under unless under some kind of fair use deal. Yes, hit that thumbs up, bell notifications, leave comments, do all the things that will hopefully engage the algorithm. If you want to support us more financially, you can go to PayPal. We are at paypal.me/biggestgeekus. We are on Streamlabs, biggestgeekus1/tip, over at anchor.fm/biggestgeekus, and Ko-Fi /biggestgeekus. So those are all ways you can support us directly. Also, you can go over to Big Ink Emporium, take a look. There's lots of inexpensive stuff there, and we are not taking a commission still.
Hey, I want to pimp something real quick. That would be Reactionary Principle Gaming with Mr. Max Boivan. Check out his new gaming stream. So he can get to that fine folks over there watching him and his Viking skills.
Yes. And you can visit us. You could visit the biggestgeekuspodcast.com, but it hasn't been updated in a while. So
that's coming, right? Those
it's coming. It's, as soon as I get done with Big Geek Emporium and have some extra cycles, on that.
Who's that company we hired? Are they rejiggering?
There's other stuff to do, like putting out fires. People who are new to the system needing help putting their wares up. I've still got to do that, which is fine. Answer emails.
Leave some reviews on your BGE purchases, says Patty.
Yes, please. Leave reviews is a good idea.
Yeah.
So, yes, do all those things. Follow us, subscribe, get our numbers up. That'd be great. Getting things lined up here for the outro.
L says it right. If you can't be big like us, like boobs like us. Well, is that right? Yeah, we do both like boobs. That is not a lie.
No, I do, but
fine.
Seeing it over and over again with these Comics Gate guys is kind of,
it's a little overdone.
Yeah, a little overdone. Anyway,
yeah.
Anything else you want to mention apart from boobs?
Nope, boobs was the last thing I wanted to say, but it won't be the last.
All right. With all of that, this is Joe.
And this is Randy.
And remember, if you can't be big like us, then be geeks like us.